Hello beautifuls, my name is Epic Treasure and this video today is a tutorial on how to build this all-in-one base 4.0 ultimate base in Palworld. If you like what you see, come like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, come join Discord channel, link in the description below. So that being said, the Discord channel has a special channel just for Palworld in it to answer your questions. So let's get to it. There'll be timestamps throughout this entire video. So first of all, I'm going to go through this base and its features. You can skip that if you already know this. If you've already built base 3.0, you know the story with this. And the improvements are quite amazing, I think. So this base is predominantly one level, and that is for pathing purposes. So the pals don't get stuck behind doors, so they don't get stuck around stairs, etc. So it is very user-friendly when it comes to how they move around in the base. Even when this base is full of big boy pals, there's no problems at all with that at all. So this base is designed to accommodate for new players with very basic items all the way through to end game. So as you can see, the build is predominantly glass, and when you're starting to build this, you can start to build with wood and then switch it out as you level up, because glass unlocks at level 39. So we level up our base as we go, but space-wise, how everything is laid out is perfect for now, if you've started all the way to the very end, because it can accommodate everything from the tier 2 production lines to all the mining node or things that you need, and also a whopping 5 breeding pens. And the breeding pens are there because they are a very end game item. So when we have a look, for example, at our party and we have a look at Jetragon, in the end game, the sort of idea that most people have is, and sort of later in the game, is to create the best team possible, right? So right now you can see this Jetragon has Swift. It has a passive feature of Swift, 30% increase to speed movement, right? So we can see it has increase to dragon attack damage, etc. So there's also passives that are nimble. So in order to create the fastest flying mount, we keep breeding to get that sort of god roll type of breed. So this is why not only we have the 5 breeding pens, but also besides that we have this essence machine here. And the essence machine basically allows you to sacrifice the duds that you make along the way. So say, for example, we're breeding Anubis. Say that's an amazing Anubis with great passives, but we want to level him up. So he sacrificed some of his buddies in this essence machine. And as you can see, underneath his name, we can see the stars there. So when he's got 4 stars, he's maxed out. So when we have 5 breeding pens, it's literally to create sacrifices, right? To create sacrifices, because by the time you're end game, you would already have bred probably everything or caught everything. So there's that feature of it. Now, the other main feature of this base and why it is all in one, besides the fact that it has 2 crude oil pumpers, which are there, it has a beautiful beehive on the right-hand side. And as you can see down here, we have a vendor. Now, with breeding in this game, there's a cake that you need to put in these breeding boxes that you can see all around each of those breeding pens. And we put a cake in one of those. And the ingredients of the cake is milk, egg, flour, berries, and honey. Now, the vendor sells all that stuff, but he does not sell honey. So, therefore, we have this beautiful beehive. And let me tell you, the crazy amount, I think I've got 9,000 honey sitting in a box at the moment. And it just goes nuts. So basically, this base is space efficient, right? It's breathable, it's space efficient. We have all the mining features at the back. We can see Astagons up there. And basically, they mine their mines out, and then we take the ore to the vendor man that we've caught, our personal salesperson here. And we buy all the items from him that we need and then chuck them in to the kitchen, the electric kitchen. So as we can see, welcome items in stock, and then we just buy all the items from him by selling the stuff that we've got, right? So it is very quick. It's very efficient. I've just done a big run recently. And the eggs will just go nuts. So once you have your ingredients, you put them in the kitchen. Look at all the eggs. Look at the eggs everywhere in the pens. They just bang, 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 bang appear. So that's basically the beauty of this build. It's very streamlined, very purposeful. No pals getting stuck left, right, and center. And again, like I said, it does cover you from start to end. It has space-wise and layout-wise, it is perfect. Now, that being said, some people did want a couple of plantations there, and that's really for stat food, which is fine, and I have accommodated them for that. So there is a lettuce plantation and also a tomato plantation there, which is fair enough. You can have berry ones and things like that, but there's no point of them because you can buy those directly from the vendor, as I said before. The really beautiful feature of this base too is it's not only useful, but it's also aesthetic. We have a beautiful cherry blossom tree here that is sort of an indoor-outdoor one. As you can see, it's sort of growing from through the glass into the bedroom, this magical bedroom with the little pal bed there with these vines dripping over the edge there as you have the view of them working away beyond the glass. But it's a really beautiful build, a very simple build, especially if you have very big pals that get stuck on everything in your base, perhaps. So we have this big strip of features for the big fat Jormuntide to utilize. So he can make the cakes, he can use the electric furnaces, etc. Hidden behind here are the big power generators and also the crude oil pumpers. Obviously beautifully placed medicine machine and the medicine cupboard above it, and also all the storage around the place too. So it is such a beautiful build, such a breathable build, and no dramas at all with the movement within it. So I hope you enjoy it. Again, it is a step-by-step tutorial, which is pretty rare to find. And let's begin. And let's have a look at the coordinates before we get right into it. And we are currently at minus 643. 273. As you can see around this area, there are meteor drops everywhere. There are supply drops too. These are worth a lot of money. And also the meteor drops, obviously the meteorites. So, and there's elixirs that drop in there that are permanent stat increases. So you will absolutely love this area. No ifs or buts about that. I've picked this spot specifically because it's obviously flat. It has two of the crude oil spots in there, and just the view is beautiful. There's a dungeon down there too. It's just it ticks all the boxes. So that being said, that is a very practical and beautiful base. The other base that you will see is my beautiful glass castle build, which I'm sure you'll quite enjoy this one. So this build here is purely aesthetic. If you love castles, you're going to love this one. It is all glass and stone, and has the whole thing is basically featured to have water flowing from underneath it through this incredible waterfall there, which has bosses actually below it hanging out. But that's a really special build, especially if you like, you know, a lovely, homely, well, stately aesthetic build with beautiful pitched roofs, etc. And a lovely little fruit tree out the front. Skill fruit tree. All right, so let's get on with our all-in-one base build though. So let us have a look at our bearings. At minus 642 to 69 on the map, this is a great spot because as you can see, that's where the meteor and supply packages drop, which is very nice to have. We have the two crude oil spots there. It's just a lovely outlook here. We're going to have two groups of people watching this build. The first will be newcomers, so you'll be starting off fresh like this. And then we have the people who have built 3.0, the one before this. Now, if you're a 3.0 builder, please keep your foundations as they are. Do not change them at all. The only thing you might have to do is just change what they're made out of. So the discrepancy between 3 and 4 is I've just got a big glass sort of runway that runs to the very end, where before it had wood everywhere. So keep your foundations as is and jump to when the foundations here are complete, and then just see what is different. So we're starting fresh though. The glass is unlocked in the technology tree at level 39. So over here, glass structure set. If you don't have glass yet, you can just build it all out of wood, or you could build it all out of stone and then change it later. So at least this allows you to have everything ready to go and change over. That being said, we're going to start with glass. Hopefully you have it. If you don't, not a big deal. But the most important part is to build from around this. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. My hot tip is to slap a Palbox down just in the area, because you can just remove it any time. And that allows you access to any chests that are inside that perimeter in the meantime. So, you know, over encumbered, etc. So that allows me to have access to my shipping containers over there that has all my goodies in it. Over there is a bed. So when it becomes nighttime, I can sleep and get rid of the nighttime and then keep on building in the day. So we're going to grab our first glass foundation piece. This is really important because we need to line this up perfectly. First of all, we want to make sure that this foundation piece is flush on the ground as much as possible. And if you're on controller, all I'm using is the right stick. So the right stick, pressing it, going up, not pressing, just going up and then going down, up and then down, right? So if we want it to be flush on the ground, we slowly drop it down, down, down like that. It'll go red when it won't work, and then up a tiny bit, see? So we want that foundation piece to be sticking out from that crude oil spot, so we can fit a wall there. So we can divide that up so we have a screen. When you have a look at the build, we can see there's a glass screen that divides all this stuff, all these crude oil spots, and all the kitchen stuff and the smelting machine things, the furnaces. So we'll put our first piece here, okay? Put it down. We're going to press for that. On Xbox, it's going to be your Y button. On PlayStation, it's going to be your triangle. And then we're going to go click one there, and just surround those crude oil spots in totality. So they shouldn't be red. There shouldn't be any time that they're red. So what I'm going to do is I'll just stand here for a moment. You can press pause so you can align exactly where your foundation pieces are. So you can press pause, get it right the first time. So we're going to run 7 glass squares from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to run 4 across from there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to fill that bit in, right? Fill it in, fill it in, fill it in, fill it in. That's what that looks like. Then what we're going to do from this point is we're going to run 12 squares of foundation down to the very end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to run 3 across. So 1, 2, 3, and then fill it in. And fill in all the way till we get to the back of where we started from. And then run it back. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. All foundation pieces. Like that. And that's what it should look like. We're going to fill this corner bit in with wood. So we're going to go to our wooden foundation. We're going to run to the corner over here. And we're going to fill that in horizontal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And across the back the same way. And rotate when you need to. Rotate when you need to. Again, fill it in, fill it in, fill it in. Like that, right? Now we're going to keep going here. Like that. And then we're going to put one here. So it sort of juts in. So there's one sort of chunk of wood that comes out. And then we're going to fill that bit in. And we can get rid of this, move that. Grab it all. Give me that stuff. And then we'll just dump that in there. Put that there. And we'll quickly just build a storage crate here. Oh gosh. Get the stuff out of it first. We need some goodness. Just chuck that there. And we can just dump off the heavy stuff in there. There. Actually need some of that too. Get the plasteel out of here. And break that up there. Dump that in there. And that there. What else have we got here? 150. Oh, you weigh a lot, don't you? And that one there. And then we'll build. Get that one over here. Get some more wood and put that last wooden bit in here. Give me what I need. Okay, foundation. Last spot. Foundation. And then we can just break that. Give me all that stuff. And then we'll just put another box down for the time being. We'll move this eventually. And this is unfortunately what happens when you've got boxes full of goodies. And then we'll get that wood there. Lots and lots of wood. And you can go, you can go, you can go. And we're good now. That one can go too. So, that's what that should look like. Like so. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the wood on the other side. So we're going to get our wood and we're going to go and follow from the sort of mirrored side to this one. Go to our foundations, a wooden foundation, and build across. 5, 6. Sometimes they'll let you do 5 or 6. But we're going to move our Palbox, don't you worry. I'm going to build in the best spot. So I just continue this part on all the way to match the glass foundation here. And then just fill it in. Now some pieces will go beyond that proximity line. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. If you have your decay settings on, you might get a rude surprise sometimes. Some things might disappear, but you can go into your world settings and turn the decay settings down. I try not to build outside of them because people are very pedantic about it. They don't like to have things outside the perimeter. Pals also get stuck on things if you have them outside the perimeter, so keep that in mind. You really do want to have everything inside it. So we have that bit. The next part we're going to do is we're going to fill in all this area with glass, and that will be our foundation complete. All right, so we're going to fill this part in with glass, so continue on. So it meets the other side. All the way down. Got a lamppost in the way there, which we do not want that. And we have to move those out the way. Actually. Then fill it all in. Like that. that's what that looks like. Beautiful. Nice and neat. So we'll clean that corner up later on. We don't have to worry about that, and those boxes too. But you get the idea. That will be, let's just do some magic. And in a flash, they'll be gone. So you will fill those bits in a sec. And then continuing on, don't worry about all the dead bodies. There might have been a raid while I was doing this. And they just fill the rest in. Lovely bodies as we build. Isn't that fun? So the next part we're going to do is we're going to put our Palbox in the right position. So I've got a temporary one here. We just ignore that. That's just so I could access my materials. So what we're going to do is we're going to build, get out of my way Anubis, we're going to build a wall so we can see exactly where the Palbox is going to go. So here we go. Right up to our node there of the crude oil, we're going to build a glass wall here. And we're going to build one here, and here, and here, like that. That's where that's going to go. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have our Palbox. Let's bring her up here. And we're going to place this one at the edge, right here of this piece here. Yes, I wish it was more central, but beggars can't be choosers. So we have to put it here. The reason being is that it will eat too much into your ranches, your breeding areas, which we do not want that to happen. So we're going to put it right here, there. And then we're going to build it. Lovely. So this part is all of our cooking facilities, etc. And our furnaces, la, 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 la. So that looks lovely, nice and shielded. It's lovely and flush, isn't it? So the next thing you want to do before you put anything else down is you can put your carpets down. If you don't have them, you can build them later. So I'm going to put the antique carpets down. We can rotate these down and around, and then be very gentle with it and line these up nice and neat, right? So we're going to go, remember to click your either Y or your triangle, and then we're going to walk it, walk it, walk it, and make it seamless. Walk it across. You might just like it to be clean without carpet. I don't know. Don't be rude. All right, let's put that there. And there. I'm not saying I do like carpet in this game. It adds a little bit of dimension to it, a little texture to it. Or you could just have it shiny. Right. And nearly. And sometimes your body might get in the way of it. So just do it gracefully. Nearly. All right. Now we can chuck Anubis down. Anubis can build all those. And Bob's your uncle. That's done. Build away. Build away, build away, build away. Looking lovely. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the production thing. You might not have this yet, but you've got room for it now. The crude oil extractors. So we're going to use those. I think that we've got some objects on the outskirts of our build. Yes, we do. So we'll need to pull those in to do our crude oiling. Yeah, they're just right on the outside. So where's my big boy? Because they take a lot. They're going to take a long time for you to put together. These crude oil extractors cost palmetal ingots, and they are not cheap. So we'll break this. Grab all that. There's our palmetal ingots. Grab, 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 grab. Get into it. Hopefully you'll be able to access all that stuff. So what weighs the most now? The wood does. And then we'll just... give me that. I need that too. And then we'll just grapple our life away over here. So what we might do temporarily is go across to storage, and we're just going to quickly put down one of these chests temporarily, just so we can dump the stuff in as we go. So anything that's crazy heavy, because we've got our Palbox down now, we can access everything within the base. I just want to get rid of all the heavy kind of stuff. Get it off me, I don't want it. Oh, that's good. All right, now we're cooking with gas. So around here, we're going to get our crude oil extractor and place it over that. Now, apparently you can put 2 over these, but I didn't want to do this. I didn't want it, it's a very fiddle-faddly. You have to get it exact, but I have a feeling that they'll end up patching that or something as such. So I don't want to, you know, waste a whole pumper after they patch it. So let's just put 1 down on each. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build our crude oil extractors. So going over to here and then placing it here. Doesn't really matter which way you face it. Now, yes, people can build the 2 on it if they want to try. You can give it a go, but it's going to cost you double. But then you'll get twice as much oil. But that being said, let me tell you, a really quick way to get crude oil is also by getting those supply drops that drop around. As you can see, those meteor things. And also, there's little creatures called kits in the game. They're like, I don't know, armadillos, but without the shells. And the kits drop crude oil if you destroy them. So you can actually breed them in the breeding pens and make a whole bunch of kits and then just put them on the conveyor belt and butcher them. As I say that very sort of casually, that's how it is. That's how it is. So let's just dump everything in there that we don't need to carry. Now what we want to do is we want to do the breeding pen things over here. So we're going to line this up as much as perfectly as I can. Let us have a little looky look. Looking at my own pictures of my build. Ooh, that one looks good. Yeah, we got to get it right. If we don't get it right, we're going to be in trouble. There we go. So we're opening up. Get that silly rock out of the way. Give me that rock. All right, so go to Pal, go to breeding farm. And we want this opening up, the opening part, facing the Palbox, right? That's how I've got it on my thing. So we're going to put it all the way back. We're going to have to obviously stand inside the zone. Hopefully Anubis won't get in the way. So we're going to run it back as far as it can go. Far as it can go, like this. You might need to do some adjustments. Who knows? There we go. Well, can we actually put down... We can put a strip of foundation piece to run along the back of it, if that tickles your fancy too. You could run it along there and then put it down. But I kind of like this sort of rustic look to it, but I want it to be nice and even and Steven. So let's go Pal Breeding Farm, and we want to line it right open. I don't know, I'm a weirdo like that. I just want them to be flush. Really want to keep it in that boundary though. Hopefully that's in it. Let's see, I think it's rubbing just the edge of it. Oh, we're kind of eating into it fully. Get it right. Get it right. There. All right, walk it back, walk it back, walk it back. Are you happy with that or what? That's beautiful. And then put it up. Why aren't you building it, buddy? Our next one will go here. Next sulfur thing. It's kind of a dice you got to roll, isn't it? This big sort of sulfur spot there that you could utilize quite well. Next one we'll do is over here. And we want to have these as close together as possible. We want Anubis the hell out the way. So we'll just go breeding farm here. And we might have to eat into the land a little bit. As long as it doesn't hit that rock. And rotate a bit. These breeding farms are so big. You just got to make it work. And they will be hanging out. Bring it down. There, that'll do. There. Okay, that's the next one. That's number 2. Just again. Three. The next one here, and that is eating into that rock there. Is doing bad things. Infiltrating our space. A little bit. It's just so finicky because they're so large. And we certainly do not want it eating into our wood bits. So we're going to have to break this apart. My stick is broken. My disco stick is broken. You're going to have to break it too, aren't you? And I don't have my pickaxe with me. Finally. All right. Now get our breeding farm out. Ah, we got it. It's really eating into the spot though. Come on, you know you can do it. We do not want it eating into that bit here. This part, absolutely not. That is banned. It can eat into this part, not the other bit. Really need that where the eggs drop. We need them to be safe as a bank. It's funny, it's easier the first time when you do it. Way too far out. I'm going to break this bit off here. In case I need more. There we go. All right, get Anubis out. Let them build. And that should be fine. They should be fully functioning, not a problem. We might grab some pals out to start working. So Anubis is always nice and handy to have for that. So we'll just grab some of the... Oh, maybe grab even more of them. Grab some Anubises out. And what you can do now is you can build... They can reach it just fine. We can build our storage, our refrigerator. So I'm going to put that right at the end here. You might not have it yet. You can build it on later if you would like to do that. The next thing that I built there was a little production pal workbenchy thing. Teamwork makes the dream work. Can you move, please? I'll put them here. Then the next thing was the electric kitchen. Remember, you might not have this stuff yet. You can put your basic stuff there and then be ready for later. Put that here. The next one I had here was the PAL monitoring stand. Everybody out of the way. Come on, team. There. The next thing was the repair bench, which we will need to repair that stick of ours. So here. Then after that was the electric furnace. This is for your Jormuntides to do. Then after that, you're going to do the flame cauldron, which will be next to it. Buddies. And then we're going to do another electric furnace. If they move, we need refined ingot, which we can do just fine. We'll just get a Jormuntide out here at the box. And don't forget to watch the other guides that go into details about the best pals, etc. too. Let's bring Jormuntide out. Jormuntide will do his job. And then we need to power up our base. We need some electricity. So, electricity. You might not have these yet. Large power generator, you might just have the little ones. But if you've got the large one, I like to put them over here. If Jormuntide would move, that would be lovely. Okay, we'll just put one there. These guys would move out of the way. Let's see where it lets us do it. Another one. So they'll build that. We'll get electric boy out. Many hands make light work. So let's get our electric boy out so we get some power. We don't need a lot yet. And then we'll go production, electric furnace is our next port of call. So as soon as they build it and charge it, then we'll be good to go. And we're going to quickly sleep because it's getting dark. Because nobody wants to see me build in the dark. All right, done. All right, that's done. Getting powered up. And then, yeah, let them charge it up. Let them get it going. Okay, good. Here we go. Now it's cooking with gas. And then we'll also repair our stuff. All right, we've got parts that are just outside the vicinity, which is fine. We'll fix that later. Electric furnace. We need more ingots. Go nuts, buddy. And then we're going to go and move on to the beehive, which is a little bit fiddly, but we'll get there. Don't worry about that. That, we want to complete the electric furnace bit. Here. Anubis can build that. And then the other things that you can put on there, for example, like the ivy. Put the ivy on the wall. I think it looks nice. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then you could use the horizontal ivy too. Never floats your boat. Like that. Looking good. And then we could, if you do have the space here, you can move your chest over there. You could put a refined chest there if you want to. If you're a 3.0 build, you might not be able to fit it in. Need some more refined metal ingots. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted this thing. Come to me. Come here. And then we'll build this just one over here. Let them build it. Nice and breathable. All right, we'll dump all our stuff in this cupboard. Move out my way. Dump it. Dump, 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 dump. There we go. All right, now we've got it activated. Fully activated. All right, let's move on to the beehive now. Get ready for this one. So when it comes to the beloved beehive, we're going to go across to foundations, go across to your glass walls and put some glass walls at the back just so we don't encroach upon a space we shouldn't be doing. I'm going to grab all this stuff that I broke before, which you didn't see, and you don't have to see it. So the glass wall we can put here. If you can't put it down, you can always go glass pillar and then a glass roof like this. Remember your crosshairs, right? So you could put it like that. If you can't, if it won't let you put it on the terrain, it's letting me do mine. Sometimes it could just be a millimeter out that makes all the difference. So glass roof, 1, 2. And then for the stairs, we go glass stairs. Remember your crosshairs. So if I put my crosshairs up the top, the stairs go up. If I put my crosshair, taking my right stick down and putting the crosshairs at the base of the foundation, then they go up. And the same thing goes if I hold the crosshairs up there and I hold left trigger down, it'll make the stairs go downwards. Just don't let your body stand in the way, otherwise you won't be able to build. So let's put that there. Here's another quick little tutorial. If you want to make mini stairs and you've got a foundation piece like that, you can go glass stairs. Again, crosshairs to the top of it, left trigger down and then put it down. Done. So that's a little turbo tutorial there. So now we can put, let's grab this stuff though. We can grab our little barnyard thing, our wrench, and slap the wrench down here. We want as far back as possible. Like that. We can bring Anubis out to build it. And then we're going to build the glass roof. So over here, we've got one here. And then one here. Right. Then we can put our roof here and here. And then we're going to go put our glass wall here. And then we're going to put our glass roof here. And then our stairs.
Era 2210. Era 2210. Subscribed to the channel.
Welcome to the channel. So then we just fill these spots in like so. Now we'll have a quick sleep to make the day speed up. So, let's continue this part on. I need you out of the way, Anubis. Always in my way. Everything's always in my way. Move. And then we're going to go across to Pal and our wrench and get it right. Oh, we just had it then. Hopefully, there we go. That'll be enough for them to get in there. So, there we've got that bit. Then we go up again, go across to foundations, go to the glass roof, throw Anubis down, let Anubis build. Build and build. Build, 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 build. Like so. Looking good. Very fine. Whoa! Buddy, that was a bit wild, wasn't it? All right. Now, let's move on to the next bit. All right, so putting our final ranch on here. Ah, perfect. So we can put that there. We might need to jiggle it around a bit. I mean, hopefully the bees can get onto it, because if they can't, we're in big trouble. We need them to access the entry point, which will work just fine like that. Let's just jiggle it around a bit, like that. There we go. Now we cook with gas. Now, this part's important because it's a beautiful structure, so we're going to go to foundations. We're going to go to our glass wall, and this glass wall is going to be flush across the front here, like this, like that. So 2 across the front, and then we're going to have a triangular wall there. So if your triangle's facing the wrong way, remember the rule, your crosshairs again, like here. If it's facing the wrong way, remember just to use your left and right bumper. And that's what it looks like. Let's get Anubis out and build this. And then we want to have the glass roof here, like this, this, and this. And then we're going to put the pitched roof on top of it. Thank God you can climb in this game. It would be sucky if you had to have scaffolding and stuff. That would be awful. So again, crosshairs at the top of your build. Rotate, rotate. Left and right bumper, left and right bumper. You know what to do now. Professional builder. Look what you built already. Crazy. And then we're going to use our triangular walls. Rotate. And rotate there. And then there. And then just jump up on the roof. Rotate like that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it go. Beautiful. So glass wall again. Put it there, there, and there. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely. And another one there. That's what that looks like. You could put another, like a third one over there if you want. You could put a pillar there. These are going to be covered up with these refined metal cupboards. You could put some more carpet down if you wanted to match the other side. If it tickles your fancy, like I said before, you might just like to have it all just shiny. But it's nice, I think, to sort of break it up. See, I was going to say, let's see if he stands on it. So again, you just have to sort of be very, go gingerly with these builds. Because you kind of want it to have that seamless effect. Excuse me, sir. Oh, I forgot. It always stands on every time. Move. Get out. Try and get that in there. There you go. Like that, which I didn't have that before. So, storage, refined chest. So you could have as many as you want in here. So we'll go 1, 2. We need some more. We need some more ingots. Let's just grab all this stuff. Yeah, pick it all up. Pick it all up. I'll help him build a little bit. And then we'll just dump some stuff off in there. They're such good chests. They store so much stuff in them. Can never complain. We'll sort these out later. Just break it, break it, break it, break it. Eggs everywhere, my goodness. 347 flame organs. Check. Now remember, a hot tip is that when you have things in your inventory, you can fast dump them into your chests if the same item is already in the chest, if that makes sense. Let's just get Anubis out. So say for example, I'll take half this wood. Right, so if you watch that wood at the top and I click my right bumper, watch this wood just stack. Bang. So if I had wood and stone and everything, it would just dump everything into that metal refined chest automatically if I've got it in my inventory. So it recognizes duplicate things and then stacks them in one button, but just don't press the wrong one. If you press the wrong one, it'll dump it all into your bag, which will not be pleasant. So just dump all this stuff in there. And grab all this stuff. So much stuff, my God. And back we go again. We should have all the Anubises. Look at him going nuts. So I just did a massive transfer then. Don't forget that grapple gun will be your lifesaver. Alright, what's done there? Ah, puppies. We'll just break that. Grab all these. There's our refined metal ingots. Go over here. Get some Team Alpha Squadron out. If I wasn't over encumbered with everything. What weighs a ton? 50. Dump that. Dump that. They're still at it. Actually, we'll get all the big boys out. That'll be enough. They can deal with the riff-raff. Yeah, these can be all sorted out later. It's all happening. I'll grab all this. Clean as a whistle. Dump that in there. Dump that in there. Another chest here. Another one there. And look at them all. Harry helpers everywhere. So we can get rid of some of these guys now. We don't need them. Let's get one Anubis out. Now, what we want to do here, we might have to remove one of the ruggy bits. Yes, we will. We sure will. One of these rug bits out. We're going to put our... Yeah, we're going to have to. We're going to put our glass wall with a window at the front here, like this. And we're going to do it again over here, like that. Then we're going to get a triangle and put the triangle that way. Then we're going to get the glass slanted roof and we're going to put it up here. Remember your crosshairs, top part. Oh, got some more argy-bargy behavior happening. Get him. And that's where our vendor station's going to be. Our own personal little vendor is going to go there. Right. So that's cute. Now, we need to go to defenses, put a sandbag, rotate the sandbag around, and put that as close to the wall as possible where it will let you do it. The sandbag is so we can, and whoever told me this, I keep forgetting who it is, thank you, can take your shout out in the comments below. Thank you for that. You can assign any PAL to the sandbag. It's supposed to be a defensive item, but it means that you can literally put a vendor there and the vendor will stand there and you can talk to them through the window. Very sneaky, isn't it? Another thing you can do with this bit, you can put a window, a glass wall window here, and then go over to furniture and put down a antique curtain if you want that in the background. Like this. Anubis can be like that. And so that gives our little vendor his own little, you know, cutesy little place. You could put a light or whatever in there, decorated as much as you like to. You could put like a little shelf on the wall, which will come under the storage area, which will be this antique wall cabinet, for example. You can have it, you know, over here. Unless you want to put another chest thingy there. We could, actually it's letting me put it there, which is a bit odd. Build it through the curtain. I've never seen that before. It's very odd, isn't it? I don't like it. Get out of there. What you can do though is have these wooden decorative shelves, which I think are adorable. And you can have it out the front here too. Sometimes you've got to be careful because you might not be able to reach the vendor because those things might jut out too far. So keep that in mind. And then with these, I always like to put the big wall ivy around, just almost like a curtain over the window. See how it's kind of shrouding it? Get real serious, huh? And then again over here like that. So then we see him through there. And you could put things behind this too. So say, for example, you could go storage. Though it might not let us because we're only one story high. Let me see how tall this is. So you could have your books, for example, if it'll let me do it. And then when we're over here, we can see the books behind there, etc. You could have the books inside there. It depends on what you want to do. But I think it looks adorable to have these little features in there. Let's just grapple over there. We can dump our stuff through the wall, which is very handy to have. So that's a nice little feature. Another thing that you can do is with the medicine. We can go to electric medicine workbench and you can put that in here, but we have to be mindful about how that vendor moves. Sometimes the smallest things possible can hinder him from actually getting to the sandbag. So it's going to be like a trial and error thing for that. I would highly recommend with storage that you get an antique wall cabinet and put it above, and then you can store all your medicines in there. And then ideally you want to have a cauldron, but he probably won't be able to fit there, but one can put it like here, for example. So let's give him a little trial and make sure that he can get to it. So he's, say, the wandering merchant, bring him down. We're going to go to the monitoring stand and we're going to tell our merchant he needs to go to his sandbag, and let's see if he runs straight to it. If he doesn't, we're going to run these guys out again. Let them deal with this riff-raff. Constant riff-raff all the time. Look at this. And let's see if I can just do this repair. Thank God that's repaired. Yes. We need some more fragments up in here. Look at them building away. But you, like I said, you got to be careful. He is standing there, right? So he is functioning. He's bound to that little sandbag. Can we talk to him from here? Oop. We'll have to wait for them to all move. And it's just a matter of moving that sandbag to a location where you can talk to him. But that's looking beautiful now. Stunning. So up here we go for our walk. Beehive down there. Beehive here. And beehive at the top. So let's give these bees a little test. Make sure they're functioning. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they should go straight up to their location. Up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs they go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And up the next stairs. Pathing is perfect. And up they go. All right. Looking good. So we can get rid of all these other guys. We'll resummon our merchant though after they've built that cauldron. As long as none of these bees are actively chopping wood, then I'm going to be happy, because I don't want them to cut down that cherry blossom tree. Let's get our Anubis out and he can build the rest of that. But this needs to be moved over a bit more. Everything's just fine-tuning. Oh, we don't want that there. Just fine-tuning. So I'll put that there, build that here. Go over to our monitor, our summoning thing. Make sure our guy works properly. Back down to the sandbag. Bind him to that. And off he runs. Anubis is in the way. I think Anubis screwed him up for a minute. And then he's fine. And then we can talk to him. He's in a perfect position over there and a perfect position there. So he will face the way the sandbag goes. So you can spin it around if you want. Depending. Whatever tickles your fancy. So that's the beehive done. That's the storage crates done. We'll just leave that bed there for now. And then we're going to move on to the next part. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to do our production lines. Fun, fun, fun. Which start with the PAL disassembly conveyor belt. And we want to run this all the way to the back, as far as we can do it, and then dump it down like that. We can get Anubis out. Anubis can build that. The next one that we want to do is go to our production sphere assembly line. We want to rotate this around. We want to run it like 1 over ish. Make sure it's not hanging off the edge though. Like that. Then we're going to go to our Weapon assembly, same story with this one. I don't know why it stays kind of red looking. And put that down there. And then we're going to put our production assembly line here and have it facing this way, like that. Now, if you find that that's too like close, we can run it out just a bit more. We've got plenty of room. Not a problem. And like that. Okay, dump everything in the cupboard that we don't need. These bodies would go away. Good God. So that's what that part looks like. Now we have these bits here. We have our little house that's going to be down the back. So we'll build that now. We'll go to foundations, go to our glass again, and then we're going to build here, like that. 2 across, then 3 high, like this. Then we're going to build our wall, again, wall, and wall. Up the top, we're going to do our triangles. We can put our glass roof on too. Over here, no. Okay, we're going to stay in the little zone. Triangle, triangle, glass roof. Glass roof. Glass roof. There we go. So here we've got our triangle. I'm going to rotate it around. Triangle, rotate. Slanted roof, rotate. Slanted roof, rotate. Slanted. It was perfect in the first place. Rotate. There we go. That's what that looks like. Perfect. So then we're going to do the front glass wall here. Perfect. So we have this beautiful glass room with a cherry blossom tree inside of it. Now, let me tell you something before we move on. If you have a pal that chops this cherry blossom tree down, do not be discouraged. Just get rid of the foundation that's around it, that was around it, and get rid of that whole sort of maybe 3 by 3 squares, including all the way up to the top. And then in about a day's time, it'll grow back. That's the cool part. As long as there's no foundation where that cherry blossom's growing, you're sweet. You'll be right as rain. The next part we're going to do is go over to the lettuce plantation, and we're going to rub this right against here, against this wall. And then we're going to do the tomato one next, if you have it. And we're going to put that there like that. So the reason for that, it wasn't originally in my plans, but after a lot of comments, people wanted these for their stat foods. And I didn't particularly want to make a whole new farm base for plants. I wanted everything to be here. Now, to explain this better, people are wondering why I don't have a little barnyard, one of these little barnyard things for cows, or why I don't have them for chickens. And the whole purpose of this base is so it is an all-in-one base. And by having the vendor there, we're able to mine all the ore, all this iron ore that's going to be over there, and sell them straight to the vendor. And the vendor sells everything we need to make the cakes, to used for breeding, basically. So it saves us a whole bunch of land space like crazy by having a vendor that we just buy the materials from. But the vendor doesn't sell honey, and that's why we have the beehive, which we might put a pillar on that part because I'm highly triggered by that one. So let's just get up there and put a pillar on that. As long as it doesn't infiltrate their movement. We'll see. It'll say B card can't get to if it can't get through. But that feels more complete to me to have that there like that. So we have these two beautiful structures. This big open space out to the cherry blossoms. In the original build, this was like two lanes wide, which is okay too. There's no problem with that, but sometimes you just get lucky. You just might get a little bit more space. So with this level 2 mining thing, we want to put this right here, right on the edge. That's our cash cow, that one there. So the bee guard couldn't get to the, don't worry, they don't need to go to the ore mining site. Then we've got the sulfur mine over here. Be careful here, rotate it around and just do it. We have to be really, really careful with how everything is laid out. We can actually probably move these patches over a little bit now, just to be sure. Lettuce plantation. So let's just move the lettuce plantation out, just so there's more room with that. Let's see. It's the coal one. We'll try and put the coal down first. Production coal mine. Just see. Just gentle like that. Food. That. Get them out of the way. Come on, get out the way. Lettuce, tomato, and then we'll do the next one, which is the stone. You don't really need it, but you can always use it whenever you're building something else somewhere else. Come on, buddies, let's move. Tomato. And then we'll go do our stone there. And just run it. Like that. The other things that you can do is you can run some sort of more decorative things around the place, like you put a flower bed along here, you could put a fountain, whatever tickles your fancy. Put one there. There. Oh, yes, and we absolutely need the crusher machine. I forgot about that. Let's get that in there. Crusher. Here. You can put an angle if you want to. Crusher there. Then you can put a mill next to it if you want to. Like this. It's all happening. And then you could put something like just a basic storage chest in between. Just be mindful if things start getting stuck. I don't like the hinges on the outside. Turn it around. Nice and neat. And over here, put your bed, infrastructure, fine bed. Again, you might not like to have that anything on the perimeter, but I mean, if it's just a bed, it's not going to do anything wild to you. I'll just put it there. If you don't want it there, put it in the perimeter just on the left-hand side. Build that there. Look at that. You might be triggered to see the blue line on it. I probably am too. I'll just put it here. Build it myself. And there's so many different things that you could do to make it look, you know, beautiful, I guess. You could have that there. You could have a little bathroom on the other side if it tickles your fancy. Little ivy wall there, an ivy wall there. Go over and get your foundations. Go to glass pillar. Put the glass pillar there. You can go to small ivy. Decorate that. Decorate that. Like that. It's a little sweet little bedroom with your cherry blossom. Another thing to do is to go get your lighting, get your stylish street lamp and just sort of hide it where the tree is. Rotate it around like this so it makes it look like a lantern is coming from the tree. Like that. We'll do all the lighting later, but get the gist. So with this part, I did put a water fountain in it. I put it around here. I just think it looks nice. And then down the bottom here, I put in the defensive section, the alarm bell. And you can set this on work mode. So when you're away from the base, they will keep working. So currently focus on work mode because they're not going to be rated while you're away. Build that. That's that bit done. So then we've got the PAL essence converter wherever it lets you put it. So you might get lucky and might be able to put it in a really good spot. Most of the big pals will not be moving through this zone. I'll put that there. And then you can start scattering all of your pal beds around the place too. So let's have a little flyover. I need some more workers to build some stuff. And then we'll build the final breeding pen over there. So we'll get some more Anubises out to build the rest of their stuff. Like that, they can go nuts. We can break that down now. Now it's repaired. Get rid of this sulfur thing. We've got our own new bed. As you can see, nobody's getting stuck. Goodness. But if you're finding that creatures are not getting to their destination, just have a look at what's around. You know, it could be as simple as there could be like a rug in the way, for example. Like that sulfur mine right now, we need to move whatever's in the way of that. Let's just dump these in the cupboard. Okay, that's done. But yeah, like one time the vendor couldn't get to the spot. It was literally like a rug that was in the way. It just triggered him to... That would be kind of cute to have a little ottoman next to it. Oh, don't do it. Go just a little antique stool there. That's a bit small, isn't it? I think we'll just have a normal one, but just off to the side so you can still reach him. That looks cute. And then you can start, like, look at all the honey there. It's just going deranged. Look at it all. You see it everywhere. It's wild. So yeah, with infrastructure, you can go, you know, put your large beds along the place. Wherever you want to put them. Just be mindful they're not going to be blocking any pathways. All right, now let's put that last breeding thing down. We'll get rid of that light. Lights can be put there later. Okay, Pal breeding farm. Rotate it around. Tilt just right. There you go. So they can reach it just fine. So let's pull all these guys in and we'll check the pathing at the moment. It's not doing 101 tasks at once. So there should be no problems with getting here or here. We'll get Lylene out. We'll do a little test run with her. This could potentially be in the way. So what we might do is we might move it over. Production crusher. We're going to move the crusher just further over. Like there. The sulfur mine should be fine, but you never know. Coal there, this here, this one's here. We'll get Anubis out there. And we might just move that, and then we might put a storage box where you kind of fine tune everything. A nice storage box. Just there. Oops, I might use it. And then you could just put, for example, just a wooden bench next to it. And then you can do things just like potted house plant, jump up on the bench to place it down, just for looks. Just don't put them in the pathways of things. Beautiful, like shadows coming through, the light coming through. All right, let's have a fly over and see where we're at. So that is our base done. We have our 5 ranches there, breeding pens. We've got all of our furnace things. We've got our kitchen. We've got our medicine bench. We've got our cauldron. We've got our crazy amounts of honey that's dropping like mad. We've got our plantation spots there. We've got our vendor to get all of the items to make our cakes from. And that's about everything, I think. The only thing we need to do is just scatter all the beds around, which is not that big of a deal. They can fit literally everywhere around the place. If you find that you do have, if you need more things, I would just take out one breeding pen, and then you've got a whole bunch of room that is available for you to do. So we'll give this a little whirl and see it in full force. All right, so let us have a little test here. We need to put some more lights in. So go retro street lamp if you like the big ones. The simple street lamps are smaller. They're not going to get caught up on them. I like to have the stylish street lamps at the end. Like this. We need to get the power boys in to do that. Spin around, spin around, spin around, round. Cool tip here. Don't forget about the little stair trick to go foundations, glass stairs, get in the zone. And then down, make sure your body is not in the way. Remember, if your body is in the way, it's not going to place it down because the stairs are like 1 by 1 square. And if you're in that 1 by 1 square, it's not going to go down. So over here is a really cool idea to get these lamps like this and put them near the glass. Because if you put them near the glass, it makes them light up with that green hue. And we'll light these up soon. Go over this side. That one's a bit finicky actually. Because it kind of pressed for... Ooh! Damn, I'm just on... Yes, it did work. Press for space, I was going to say, but it's kind of hanging out. All right, we need electric boys in. We'll just build the other lights. So with these street lamps, you can rotate them around and hang them over walls. See? Hang them over the walls. Like that. Very neat. So go here. Gonna hang the one over that wall too. Lighting. Street lamp. Have to go around there. Round and around and around. And then just hang it over. There we go. Street lamp. And you can just scatter these around the outside of it. We got enough of them. You might not have enough yet, just save up for them and you're good. And then you could just scatter those whoops, pal beds around the place. Some people like a whole dedicated zone to the pal beds, but I just kind of I like them to be scattered. I think it looks nice when they're like little scatter cushions. As long as they can get to them, then we're good. So, quality hot spring. Try and get it into it. Be careful. Right, quickly. That looks very cool. Actually, it would be nice to put a hot spring in that spot. A little bit of a contrast to the cherry blossom. I like to see the water flowing from the fountain part. Asleep now. Ah, that's another thing I wanted to do. Let's see what that looks like. So you could put that stylish street lamp over that bit. But I want to try to put this lamp here because it's so bright. And it lights all the glass up like green. We'll sleep. Oh, I guess it's morning time already, isn't it? I haven't even fed them. Terrible. Terrible. These poor bees. Now we'll get some... There's an Anubis there. We want to get Lylene out to make sure she can access the... You know what? You know what I'm talking about. Lylene, there we are. We want to get a Jormuntide out too. A big one. Oops. Jormuntide out. So they're building. Nice, nice. As long as we don't have tree choppers, we were good. So I don't want the tree choppers, because if we do have them, they're going to chop down my cherry blossom, which I'm going to be furious about. All right, the bee guard couldn't reach a street lamp. That's fine. The other one's going there. We can put lighting around this. I just go simple, because if you put the big one or the bright one, it looks whack. We need electricity, boys. I forgot about them. Kind of the most important things right now. So electricity, boys. These guys here. And we'll just bind them to that station. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Done. So they're powering it up. So they can work in place. If they can't reach the power generator, they can work in place. It doesn't mean they just can't get to it. Sometimes another PAL can be in the way. Yeah, so there's that. Let's just go. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, medium souls. Is that the crusher I want? Oh, that's the crusher that I do want. Wait a second. Yeah, it is. How many wheat? Flour. Ah, and we need to do the food thing. Kind of important. The feeding box, which we can just put it there. And oh, they're hungry. Hang on, buddies. There we go. I've got berries coming out the booty. Yeah, go nuts. All right, we've got our lights on. Good. Lights are flowing. They're hungry, that's fine. We're going to move that over. Let's just turn it around a bit. Just so he's like facing us. Ah, yes. Go. Oh, they're going nuts over there. All right, they are hungry. We'll put another feeding thing down. I'll just put it there. Good, everything's charging. We can go here. We'll need a Jormuntide. So now we've got lettuce. So we go like that. We'll get a big Jormuntide out. Jormuntide, here we go. And then he can go do that. Breathe fire on it. Cook the goodies. There we go. Look at him just pumping them out. Nuts. And they can eat them. All right. Now we'll just start to scatter those beds around, etc. If you want to build a whole level for bedding, go nuts. Go deranged at it. But like I said, the build that I've done here is for like from even beginners, basically. Like it lays out literally the foundations for everything that you need. So when you start off with your production, you'll start off with, you know, the basic stuff. You'll start off with the shorter like weapon assembly line, which is shorter, and then you'll go on to the next one, which is a bit bigger. So this base accommodates for everything from the small to the full size, full scale objects. It goes full throttle everywhere. Look at that, it looks so cute. You can even scatter more beds around it if you want. beds for days. We could even fit another big one in here if we wanted to. Very sweet. And then you could put your glass pillars on in there if you wanted to. If you wanted to. If you don't want to, then get rid of it. I'm not a big fan sometimes. So we need some more beds, but like I said, just scatter them around. Happy accidents everywhere. Fluffy pal bed. Could be even like one here. Sitting at the vendor's window. As long as they're not in, oh, it looks so beautiful. As long as they're not in the thoroughfare, it's all good. We need to get the incubator thing out too. Now, don't forget, if you build too many blueprints, things are going to start to blow up. I forgot to mention that part. Fluffy bed. That there. And then we need to get our incubator. And just run that over here. Infrastructure again. If you find that that edge part is sticking out too far, yeah, you could cut that wall down and then move it all down and get rid of this cupboard. The cupboard's really not necessary. If you find that like them not being able to walk around the outside. So let's get some breeding going on. Let's go. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'll just go girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, boy, girl. And then we'll just assign them to the breeding pens here. Whoops. Oopsie, breeding pens. Oops. We need to put those in the ranch, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breeding pens. Girl, boy. Maybe they're hungry. I hope I didn't put 2 boys in there, did I? We'll soon find out, won't we? Boy, girl, girl, boy. What's going on here? What is going on, girl? I hope the right ones are in there. You wouldn't, oh, here we go. I didn't even look. That makes sense. And then we've got the vendor that we need to put in there. I think I shoot him away, didn't I? I'm missing 1 bee. Oh. That's that done. It's all happening. So now we'll go get some astigons and see how they fare. This is going to be an extreme stress test. 2, 3. We'll see. And then we might just have to adjust some things. It's getting very busy. So we'll go over to the coal mine. 3, 4. Sulfur. We'll get an Anubis in there, why not? We need more. Stone pit. Get these little guys out. Stone pit. Yeah. Yeah. Oops. That's the last one. There we go. And then we'll need a little frozen one for the fridge. It's getting very busy. They're like on Struggle Street. We'll get Penking. We're going to assign Penking only to doing the fridge. Yeah. He might be hungry, is he? Yes. So then we want to make sure nobody's doing any logging anywhere. Nope. They better not be. No loggers. But we want to make sure that Penking's just only doing the cooling. So get rid of... Oh, he could do some watering, I suppose. Don't worry about the handiwork for him. No need for mining. Yes. And transportation, no. I can hear a shiny. It might be another chillet out there. They're just going nuts over there. No problems at all. Depressed. Fracture. Colds and sprains. That's a nice one, isn't it? Cold, sprain, ulcer, and fracture. Wonder if Lylene is bound. She's too busy. We're going to need another one. Actually, we might go... Get one of these bees onto it. I don't think I can because they're bound. Yeah, I hear a shiny, alright. So maybe get a Lylene knot or something. Lylene. There she is. And bring her over. Yeah. Oops. Get into it. And then make sure, again, there's no loggers in there. Nope. There we go. She's a big girl. And she's making it fine too. And thank God it's just out of the way. It's just out of the way. If this was undercover, she wouldn't get a big booty in there, I don't think. So we didn't put that little mining cart thing down. I didn't do that, which increases the speed of it. The pickaxe and helmet, this thing here. I'll just put that here. Actually, give me an Anubis. Go. Now we're cooking with gas. So they're just pumping. Whoops, I did a bad thing. she's working in place. Let's dump that off. All right, Lylene. I think the cauldron's in your way, girlfriend, isn't it? No? All right, we're going to move that workbench right in the middle. So we're going to break this just so it's out in the open because she can't reach it. So go to production, this one here. And we're going to put that right there. Get rid of that. We're going to go to storage, refined metal chest. One there, one there. Now she'll be able to touch it because there's like no like roofs that are infiltrating her space. Now if she does get stuck, it could be the carpet, like I said before. Very good with Astagon's going nuts. Beds you need more of, sure. Beautiful. Oh, we don't have cake. We've got to get the bloody cake out. That's right. I don't know where I've hidden them. Cake. We've gone past it. You've already seen it. I might grab some of this, actually. All right. We'll make some anyway. Have any in here? I can hear the shiny. So we need milk and eggs. So that's why our vendor is there. We just buy them off him. But let's just get rid of all the pals now, even though they're fully functioning. And I'll love and leave you. I'll let you build this and put the rest of your beds down. They can literally go anywhere. Scatter them. Go nuts. Wherever they fit. If something's running into them, then move it. You could literally put them anywhere, as long as they're not in a thoroughfare for walking. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I love and leave you. Have an amazing day or night whenever you shall be watching this. Thank you for your support, as always.